and welcome once again to my motivational corner, Shadows of My Scars with Linda Wagamaponyane. I'm coming to you all the way from Midrand in South Africa, Johannesburg. Today I want to speak about a very sensitive topic that seems to be a toothache in our continent of Africa, and that is the issue of rape and surviving rape. Many women on a daily basis get raped. In fact, 5 women get raped every single 1 minute in our continent, and those numbers don't sound good if you really think about it. How many women get broken on a single day, and how many women's dreams and futures, purposes, reason to live, reason to smile get taken away because of the pain that is caused by rape. Rape is not only something that happens to you in the physical realm, it's something that really kills you and murders you in your soul and in the spiritual realm. It takes so much away from you that as a person, when you try and pick up the pieces, it's not as easy as somebody saying to you, arise and move on. It doesn't happen like that. So today I want to speak to survivors just like myself. I want to come as a voice of hope. I want to come as a reason why you can also rise above your pain of rape, because I don't look like what I've been through, and that can only be because I made the decision to rise above my pain. I made the decision to say, I am not going to die in my pain. I am not going to allow rape to define me. My name is Linda, and my name is not a rape victim. And with that said, I want to speak to many women that could be watching right now and saying, but how do I arise? And how do I make my life work again? How do I smile again? How do I find joy again? How do I find my enthusiasm to just face life and dream again and achieve again? And I'm here to say to you, there is indeed life after rape. You are able to do it. You are able to live. My topic is life after rape. I want to speak to women that are saying, but how did you do it? How did you manage to rise above it and still be able to speak about it with such confidence, such poise, and not even show any emotion? I can tell you right now that there is nothing emotionless about speaking about the issue of rape. Rape evokes an emotion, even if it might not be seen in the physical realm, but in the spiritual and in the soul, one is really dying and crying. But I can tell you right now that I have managed to rise and beat the pain of rape. And I didn't do it just for myself. I also did it for you watching today and saying, how do I rise above it? Let me tell you my story so that you'll be able to understand what I went through and how I rose above it. At the age of 12, I got kidnapped by 2 guys coming from church, and they dragged me to a forest and raped me. I had never had sex. I didn't even know anything about sex. And rising from those ashes was one of the most difficult things that I ever had to go through. But I'm here to say to you, there is life after rape. You don't have to look like what you've been through. You don't have to feel like what you've been through. There is a possibility for you to rise and become a better person. A few weeks after what I had been through, my first encounter with rape, my life was shattered. My life literally went into pieces. I was unable to rise from the pain. I was unable to deal with what I was going through. My level of anger and bitterness could not be described. I remember how every single man that passes down the road was my enemy. I remember how every single male species that I laid my eyes on was somebody that I was meant to hate, somebody that I was meant to really be enraged to. But I made the choice one day, and that one day was after my second encounter with rape. In 2011, while ordained as a pastor, coming from preaching this time around, I encountered rape again. And I got kidnapped in my car with a friend, and we were dragged to a forest by 2 men who were armed. We were dragged to that forest, we were raped, and every single thing that is valuable that was in my car was taken. You can imagine the level of trauma, pain and tears that I had to go through. When we left that particular crime scene on that particular day, we drove ourselves to a hospital, to a police station first to look for help and to bring our statements to open a case. And I remember how difficult it was to even arrive at that point because we didn't even know where we were. And eventually when we got to the police station, we gave our statements, and we were to be driven to the hospital in order for us to now get medical care. Can I speak to rape survivors? Or can I speak to women that have not even gone through it? And I'm not saying this because I'm saying it's going to happen to you or I am cursing you, but I am saying rape is inevitable. We are living in a sick society. I want to encourage you that when you go through it, please go report it, because reporting it guarantees you medical attention. You are able to get your ARVs, you are able to get your morning after pill, and you are able to get your STI pills, and that is able to fight with you physically and say no infection will enter your body. I know many women say there's no need for me to go open a case because these people get released anyway, but I can tell you right now that reporting rape has got nothing to do, well, it's not only limited to you getting justice, but also think about your health, think about your medical life. So when we got to the hospital, we were given ARVs, we were given medication, but at that point, can I share with you that I was already bleeding, and I had bled for over 7 hours from 12 midnight, and we were at the hospital about 5 a.m. And I remember how dazed I was and how I was going in and out of consciousness, and it was difficult for me to just keep my eyes open because I had lost so much blood. The doctor came in, took swabs, which there were nothing left because the blood had washed it out. And I was taken into theater in order for me to get an operation and stop the bleeding. And when I got out, I received my medication. But the journey to healing only began after that. And the journey to healing was not an easy one. First thing that you need to do, find a supporting system that will believe what you've gone through. People that will really be there for you day and night. People you will feel free with. People who are not going to judge you for the things that you're going to tell them. People who are not going to make you feel dirty. People who are not going to make you feel like you deserved it. People who are not going to ask you why were you in that particular place. I want you to find somebody that you can really trust, somebody you can believe in. Don't allow rape to silence you. Don't allow rape to not give you your voice. Rape can take that voice away from you because it comes with an element of shame. But I want to say to you, silence that shame by speaking up. Silence that shame by coming out and asking for help. And immediately after that, you can even go and seek professional counseling where somebody will be able to listen to you on a daily basis. Somebody will be able to listen to you and say, I am really hearing where you are at. And I want to speak to you that it's normal for you after that to go through emotions that are uncontrollable. You are crying for nothing. You are angry. You are bitter. But can I tell you that you can rise above that pain? You can come out of that pain. And that pain is conquerable. Look at me today. I am able to speak about this in order for you to receive your help. And when you rise above it, it's not only about you, but it's also about other people that will be watching and listening to your story. Become a beacon of hope to somebody else. There is indeed life after rape. There is hope after rape. Don't die in your pain, and don't allow rape to silence you, and don't allow rape to make you feel like you are dirty and you deserved it. Don't allow anyone to make you feel as if you deserved what you got. And I want to say to you right now that we are here, we are available. There are many resources that are available for you. There are pastors available for you. There are social systems and governments that are available to help you. Go seek help. Don't be silent in your pain. Don't be silent in whatever that you're going through because of rape. Rape is indeed a disease or a conquerable social ill that we can actually come out and say we are able to defeat you. And you can defeat it by speaking. You can defeat it by not allowing yourself to die in that pain. Rise above that pain and speak to yourself on a daily purpose that I am beautiful. I am able to conquer this. I am able to come out. I am able to become that which I had always wanted to become. When I look at myself every day, I say, I don't know how I made it, but I know I made it because my mindset was set on the things that I know are better for me, but not to live and die in rape. I refused my second encounter to lock me in the same prison where my first encounter had put me. And I said, I'm not going to go through the same emotions. I'm not going to be limited the way that I was. I'm not going to be the timid woman, the timid child that I was when I was 12. But I'm going to be a woman that will rise above this pain. I'm going to be a woman that will not allow rape to silence me and to imprison me and to put me in a box where I was unable to come out. And how did I do this? I forgave the guy who raped me. And I know somebody could be sitting and thinking, I will not do it. And I will tell you what happened to me one day when I decided that I'm going to defeat rape. I realized that if I don't heal from this pain, whenever I get an opportunity to speak on platforms like this one and speak to women in Africa and women globally about the pain of rape, I will only speak negatively about men. I will only speak negatively about rape. But I want to come out and say to you that you can arise above rape, because there is life after rape. There is life after the pain of rape. You can still become whatever you wanted to become. And another thing that I had to deal with was the understanding that if I don't forgive this guy, I am giving him power to rape me on a daily basis, because I carry him in my spirit. I carry him in my soul. I carry him in my bitterness. So I had to release him in order to release myself. I had to release him in order for me to be freed and walk as a free woman, not only physically, but also emotionally, but also in my soul and in my spirit. So the day I said to him, I forgive you, was the day I freed myself. I remember how difficult it was to write him that letter, but I did it anyway. So I want to encourage you, release the person who has raped you. Release the person who has violated you. Release the person who has put you in the pain that you are. Your life will be far much more better than letting them rent free of charge in your life and in your soul. There is life after rape, my sister. There's life after rape, my mother. There's life after rape, my daughter. Rise above it, because indeed you can. Africa can be healed from the pain of rape. Look at me today. I am healed, and not only for myself, but healed to heal others. I'm praying for you, and I'm trusting that one day you will be able to rise above that pain and be able to comfort others. Thank you so much for joining me today on Shadows of My Scars. And for now, I want to say to you, chariots.